One of the most important things you can do, and something that most snowboarders overlook, is getting your snowboard properly prepared for the off-season and properly ready to be put away for storage. By doing this, you're going to maximize your snowboard's lifespan as well as save yourself a headache when next snowboard season rolls around. So, let's get started. One of the first things I'll do is I'll go through my bindings, my ratchets, straps, everything, make sure all that's still nice and tight, that I don't have any loose bolts that have rattled themselves loose over the course of the season, because as you know, your snowboard goes through a lot, so it's fairly common for things to kind of get shaken loose. After that, either loosen your snowboard bindings or take them off, because actually leaving your snowboards fully tightened on top of the snowboard for the entire off season puts a lot of stress on the wood, and it can actually pull the base up on that insert pack and create dimples in the bottom of the snowboard. I like to go on and fully remove my snowboard bindings because, as you can see here, you get a lot of this like white residue that builds up on your top sheet, especially if you ride a lot of man-made snow, as well as sometimes moisture gets stuck up underneath there. So you don't want to leave that crap just kind of sitting there on your top sheet the entire summer months while your snowboard's just resting. So I like to take it off. I'll take a wet paper towel, clean it up really good. Then I'll come back at it with a dry cloth or dry paper towel and dry it. That way my top sheet is nice and clean, no white man-made snow residue or moisture left on top of that top sheet. Then after that, what I'll do is I'll run down my edges with my thumb. I'll check for any metal burrs because I don't want those on there when I start out next season. I'm also looking for rust or any signs of rust starting. And if I do come across either metal burrs or rust, I'll just take a gummy stone, go at it really lightly and kind of go on and nip that in the bud before it spreads or gets worse. You know, you just don't want to let your edges rust. After you get it all clean from the rust and burrs, the next step is you're going to want to scrape the bottom of your snow and get that old dirty wax off of there. So I have a brush that I kind of have saved and I'll use just for this step. I'll go on and I'll brush it really nice, get all that old wax off of there. After I finish brushing it, I'll wipe it down with either a paper towel or a cloth, just something to help get the old wax dust off. Also, if you do have a snowboard base cleaner, this is a really good step as well to go on and spray that base cleaner on there and wipe it down. Now, after you get the base nice and clean, what you're going to want to do is put a real thick coat of wax on there, and I'm talking extra thick. I normally go a little bit thicker than if I was normally just waxing for, another day on the mountain. I'll wax the whole snowboard around. I like to drip it all the way from tip to tip. I'll kind of do the perimeter and then zigzag up the middle. You want to spread a nice, real thick coat of wax on there. That way your snowboard is going to have tons of wax to keep it nice and protected, keep it from getting dry during the off season while it's sitting there. Then when next snowboard season rolls around, you have that nice thick layer of wax on there. Your base is going to be super fast and smooth, and all you're going to have to do is pull your snowboard out and give it a nice scrape before you head up on the mountain.